Okay, hey, welcome back to another video. Happy to have you here. My name is Blake. This is Merch Campus, a channel all about merch by Amazon, taking our merch accounts to the next level. Today, because Halloween is on the horizon, and you know how much I love Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Q4, I think we're not giving it enough attention still, even though shirts are already selling like crazy. So I'm going to do another one today on probably, in my opinion, one of the biggest trends that's going to be kind of appearing throughout the next few holidays. And this is pregnancy themed designs. Now, the first thing I want to say before anything else is be careful of using the word maternity in your listing, because a maternity shirt looks different, right? So if I go maternity shirt, you see how they look different? They're not t-shirts. So Amazon, in order to prevent some confusion from customers, they don't want us to write maternity shirts in the listing. Now, also want to say that in general, I do well with pregnancy shirts. One of these 5 shirts is one of my shirts. But I just want to say that there is a little bit of risk maybe around pregnancy and putting pregnant and maternity, because a lot of people have had strikes and rejections around it. So just be careful, try to write a safe listing, and do not put the word maternity in your listing. I'm just saying that again. I don't want to be responsible for rejection. Okay? It's common knowledge for a lot of us now, but still some people don't know it. So think about it. A lot of these holidays, if there's a baby around the corner, in terms of if you're expecting a baby, or if the wife is pregnant, they want to participate in the holiday, and what better way to do that by having a shirt that somehow brings the two together, right? So now these are going to sell like crazy. They sold like crazy last year. Thanksgiving shirts, which also I have with that are pregnancy themed, are going to sell again. In this case, they're talking about pumpkin being like the baby, and then in Thanksgiving it's going to be like the stuffing, the turkey, and then in Christmas and so on and so forth. So I know it's going to sell. It sold last year, and I'm already selling every day for the past few weeks pregnancy shirts, right? If you go to here, a lot of these shirts are selling. You just look at the BSRs, okay? And if you go into Merch Hunter and you just write pregnancy, you can see that the average BSR here is great. It's 200,000, it's selling every day or two, right? And now the most important part is to try to think about how do we enter this pregnancy trend, or not trend, but it's a strong theme in Q4 in the holidays. And again, I'm stressing all this Q4 research because it's so easy to pick up sales if we know what people are buying. So look at some of these shirts that are selling. Okay, so you have leveled up uncle. So people think pregnancy shirts just have to do with the wife or the dad, but we don't think enough, I think, of the family celebration around that. You have aunts, you have grandmas, grandpas, you have uncles, you have all these people who are excited to be part of this event of having a kid in the family, right? So think about how we can do that by not just generically doing the guy behind the pumpkin, which you'll see everywhere, right? Or the guy behind the stuffing, but thinking of more of the extended family and the relationships to that. Even if we just scroll here, look at that. Big brother is another family member who is excited to be part of this occasion, right? And often it'll be like the mom or the parent who's buying it for their kid because their kid's about to get a sibling. Look at this, promoted to grandma. Another way to benefit from this pregnancy trend, I'll call it now, that is not directly the husband or the wife or the person who's getting pregnant. Don't want to be any political here, okay? So we have this idea of baby showers. You have this idea of gender reveal. So you're revealing, is it going to be a boy, is it going to be a girl? We have this idea of being pregnant for these big holidays. So like Bump's first boo, which is the first experience of the baby's first Halloween. It seems to be a huge thing this is funny as well. So now they're blending. By the way, it seems to be a huge thing in America. And by the way, here they're blending the pregnancy niche with like sports. So you have, for an expectant father, right, who loves football, he'll wear this with pride, right? Because he loves football and he's probably going to be a very proud father as well. So we're looking at all the ways that we can approach what I know to be, because it's validated. You just look at what is selling now, right? And it's going to sell for Thanksgiving. It'll probably sell again for Christmas. So we validated that niche, right? So now we have to think, we know this niche sells. How do we enter it? This is typically, this is like my blueprint for catching holiday sales. You identify, it's like I showed you in one of the Halloween research videos a few videos prior. We saw a big trend, which is the fact that teachers are going to crush it in Halloween, and they already are, because we know the front page is selling. But if you just throw up another exact same shirt, how are you gonna compete with all the rest of the people unless you can drive your own traffic or pay for ads? It's very hard. So we have to think about different ways to enter into these niches laterally, like sideways enter it. Look, we have a great grandpa. So all of a sudden, so far on this page, we've seen in terms of the family that's intersected with a pregnancy niche, we have big brother, we have husband, we have uncle, we have great grandpa, we have grandma. You see how great this extended family can apply to it. Be careful of this shirt. Can't scare me. I believe you can't scare me is a trademark. Again, with all these holidays, because there's so much organic traffic generally around it, there's also going to be a lot of trademarks around it, and a lot of people are getting banned every day because they're putting up shirts which are infringing. I think, for example, the phrase "I smell children" selling very well, but some account got taken down recently because it's infringing on a movie, a very famous movie. Okay. So you're going to see this a lot as well with the footprints, which is basically the baby, okay? So hopefully this clues you in to the fact that pregnancy is a huge theme and intersecting niche during the holidays. And, I'm personally selling shirts every day around that niche, and I know that it'll probably sell again in Thanksgiving and in Christmas, because these things tend to repeat themselves, and there's so much pride around it, right? Whatever family member you are. And also there's so much hype around the holidays, particularly in the US. I didn't understand this going into merch last year. Now that I've been through it once, I know how big things get. And if you look at the trend, once we kick into October, you'll see all of a sudden sales skyrocket if you're putting up the right stuff. You have to put stuff what people are already interested in. And what is the biggest themes in October is the holidays, probably Halloween, right? And then November's Thanksgiving. And then in between the two, there's some political stuff. And when it went truly bonkers for me was late November, early December. First week of December was nuts, okay? So see this pink or blue is the girl or boy gender reveal idea. Okay, so I keep stressing the importance of researching holidays and trends. It's so important if you want to get sales, okay? So now, last thing I want to say, be careful, do your research, see if it's okay to put up a shirt, do the trademark checks, and then also do not write maternity in the listing, and do not just copy what's already selling. Try to create a unique angle or a different angle, because that will differentiate yourself and increase your chances of making the sale. All right? Thank you so much for watching this. Feel free to watch the other videos, shoot me a comment, and best of luck to us in the coming days and weeks ahead. Talk soon.